Greetings and welcome to Wizards of Fun. My name is Eric. Happy Friday, everyone. I am on my commute to my final day of work for the week, which feels good. Have a lot of editing plans for this weekend from Sorcery Con. I'll give a little bit of a recap of where I sit with that, and we'll get into today's episode. If you're new to the show, well, it's not really a show, it's just a YouTube channel, but I call this my AUDIOCAST, where I discuss my thoughts on the game called Sorcery Contested Realm. If you haven't checked out Sorcery, I have a lot of links below if you'd like to check it out for the first time. And yes, you are joining me in the car because I have an hour-long drive right now, which is actually soon to end. I'm moving to a new rental with my wife and son that is within walking distance of my job, which is a huge blessing. No longer have to drive this far. And also the AUDIOCASTs moving forward will not be from my car. You may get one of these from time to time when we're traveling. Maybe we'll be at the airport or something like that, or in a hotel if we're at an event and do an AUDIOCAST kind of like this. But probably in the coming weeks, we will see the final AUDIOCASTs coming from the car. So a little bittersweet, but I'm looking forward to living much closer to where I work and not having to drive this far away from the family, away from the computer, away from you guys as well. So a quick recap of where I'm at on the editing schedule for Sorcery Con 3. Like I said, I was there helping film, got tons of footage, have lots to edit. There will be a lot that gets uploaded. Basically where I'm at, I plan this weekend to finally finish all of the commentary for all of my 8 rounds of Constructed. So those will get uploaded. The next video that I plan to start next weekend is there was a match that I played with Zach and Phil from the Common Sense podcast, as well as another YouTuber who goes by Roaring Turkey. We did a 4-player free-for-all chaos match, which was super fun, and I had multiple camera angles and everybody mic'd up on it. So I've got that all synced up. I just now have to kind of go through and clean it up, and it is like a 3-hour match, so I'll probably have to, choose some chunks of it that stay or leave, so it's not too long. But it was a really, really fun match. We were having a couple beers, and so I look forward to sharing that, and hopefully they get a kick out of it as well. So following that, the plan at the moment are to release all of the artist interviews that I got individually. Maybe not every single one, but at least, let's say maybe 6 of them. Some of the longer ones I want to make into standalone videos. And then as I edit all of the other ones, I'll probably pick and choose some that are maybe shorter that can... that would be a good fit for the big recap Sorcery Con 3 extravaganza video that I plan to put out at the very end of all of that. So I appreciate everyone's patience. Again, if anyone listening hired me for Sorcery Con 3 and you need me to speed up, let me know. I haven't been pressured too much or given too much direction, just told, hey, just upload as you normally would, as if you went to the event on your own, and that's exactly what I'm doing, basically editing on the weekends and doing a little bit of busy editing work during the weekdays, but of course it's on top of life, right? So we're looking good. Every weekend we're making some progress, and I'm looking forward to getting all of the actual constructed matches out of the way, which are my constructed matches, and then that chaos match that I had with Roaring Turkey and Common Sense podcast guys. So after that, it will be artist interviews, and then I plan to do the big recap video following that. So again, I thank you all for your patience on those videos. You will start to see some videos, onesies and twosies coming out over the next few weeks, hopefully. And then a big recap video is on its way, slowly but surely. Again, thank you for your patience on that. Really excited to share that with you guys. Yeah, so today I want to talk about a really cool event that just happened recently in Portland that when I shared online, I think was received really well. And also talk about the Organized Play 2026 article that Eric Curiosa put out. Looks like they put it out about a week ago. And yeah, I'm looking forward to seeing what details they come up with, what their plans are for, as they say, they want to expand the realm rather than have like a ladder that everyone's climbing toward, as competitive players. They want it to be in an ever-expanding circle, basically meaning just inviting like a variety of all kinds of players into the organized play network. I think that's really cool. It looks like the way they're kind of going to be separating that is they will have some new store kits coming out. I think they're Gothic store kits, which I'm excited to see what those are going to look like for local game stores. There will then be, of course, the Cornerstone events, which are the kind of the sanctioned events at your local game store. Then there's the Grand Contest, which I imagine is, I think that's replacing what they were previously calling Crossroads. I think Cornerstone and Crossroads were confusing for a lot of us. Even for me, it was always like, wait, which one's which? Cornerstone is for the local game store. The former Crossroads is now called the Grand Contest, so that'll be probably what we saw in 2025 at SCG cons. And events similar to that. And then finally, it looks like they're going to have kind of like a pro tour, world premiere, whatever that is classified as, but it's known as the Avatar of the Realm. The Avatar of the Realm. So that event, although they, maybe at that sort of event they'll have like some supplementary events for, there's only going to be one winner, right? I imagine they'll have support for all sorts of players, but it sounds like that will be the premier event for the more competitive, not cutthroat. I don't think there's much cutthroating happening here in Sorcery, but yeah, that's going to be the competition that all of the more high-level players are gunning for. So really excited to see what that how that plays out. And the three pillars that they mentioned in their article, the three pillars of play that they want to kind of be the spirit of creative play in Sorcery, they had three keywords that they use: creativity, wonder, and mastery. I think creativity is just that, just having kind of wacky and goofy ideas with decks, using some artifacts and some things you don't normally see, maybe those infinite combos with Ring of Morrigan and the, what is it called? The something mechanism that allows you to choose your random outcomes, Kytherian mechanism, something like that, and then Chaos Wish. So you can basically go infinite, you cast Chaos Wish, ping your enemy, grab another Chaos Wish, but then they get to cast a random spell, so there is still a risk that they interrupt what you're doing, but I don't know. Creativity, and then wonder, I think it was just a matter of like, having a really, really interesting play that happens either by you or against you, where after the match you go, whoa, I never even thought about that, and it gets your wheels turning in your head of just the different options available in Sorcery, just in this kind of 3D plane, as opposed to a static battlefield that most other trading card games have. So I think that is what that's trying to capture. And then mastery, which just sounds like the more competitive, fine-tuning decks toward the meta. So yeah, I think that's really cool. I hope that as events are happening, they do. It sounds like they're going to be keeping all three of these in mind, but maybe creativity will be at the cornerstone level, and wonder at the other, and then mastery at the final one. I'm not sure. But the reason I wanted to mention that before talking about the event that happened in Portland was because I think the one that happened in Portland was an event that definitely fits within maybe the creativity or the wonder keywords that they listed here. It was really cool. So I posted this on Reddit as well as on Facebook and saw a surprising amount of likes on it. And it was basically just a photo of myself and the other players who attended an event that was called the Trials of Spring. And it sounds like, shout outs to Portland Game Store and Portland Steve, who is the one who came up with this event. I believe it was his idea. Maybe there were others that deserve a shout out, but as far as I know, it was his event that he came up with and that he put together. And essentially what it is he's going to be having the Trials of Spring, summer, fall, and winter, and each one is a different limited list of avatars that you can bring. It's constructed, it's 60-30 in a collection of 10. All cards are allowed, Dragon Lord's allowed, everything's allowed, but you can only use one of 6 avatars that are listed, which is really cool, and they're thematic. So in this event that I went to, it was the first one that they did. It was a total blast. It's definitely in the vein of like casual competitive, in that people are there to win, because there is you can win the Grand Meowster, which is the Grandmaster Wizard promo card, where it's a cat instead of the wizard, which is funny. The winner of that event wins that card. So obviously it's a card worth money. People do want it. But it's also a great time to just bring like a deck you've maybe had on the side, or I know Portland Stu, he was working on what he called like a pet deck. He had a really cool Dragon Lord deck that he destroyed me with, and he did win that event. So I'm aiming to win the next one, because the next one is in a week. They're doing it like every 2, 3, 4 weeks, which is really cool. So the first one that we did, I'll put a picture of my, well, actually, if you just go on my YouTube posts, actually, I'll keep this the AUDIOCAST. If you go onto my YouTube post, I posted a picture of the Avatar of Earth proxy that I drew. Oh yeah, I didn't mention that. So it's a list of 6 avatars, but if you don't own any of the avatars, you're allowed to proxy just the avatar. Not the spells, not the atlas, just the avatar, because the alpha precon avatars are also sprinkled into this, so not everyone has access to those, myself included, at least not yet. I did just place an order for some, and they're on their way from New Zealand, and I'm so excited. I have a sealed box of, at least the box is open, but the actual precon decks themselves are still sealed, of alpha precons. Super excited. So I built an Avatar of Earth deck for this event, and the theme of this event, it was the Trials of Spring, the Mighty, I think is what it was called, where basically it's all of the avatars that care about themselves getting stronger or beefed up with artifacts. So this included, I'll try to list this, I'm driving, so I'll try to remember off the top of my head, but I believe it was Avatar of Earth, Dragon Lord, Blade Dancer, Ironclad, Battle Mage, and I am forgetting one. I can't remember it, but there were 6 of them. What's the other one I can't remember? I'm sure I'll remember as soon as I finish recording this here, but it was 6 avatars. It was super cool, because you're going into this event where you maybe you already have a Dragon Lord deck, or you already have an Ironclad deck, or a Battle Mage deck, but you're going into it knowing that everyone else is also playing with that sort of meta, right? So all of a sudden, cards that have artifact hate are much more powerful. You can assume, all right, Blade Dancer, they're going to equip themselves with a bunch of armor. Like for myself, I had the Avatar of Earth. I was equipped with like Plate of the Whale and Meat Hook. And you're trying to get your avatar really, really beefed up, and then pull them in and then beat them up, right? Which was a lot of fun, by the way. I had never played with Avatar of Earth. I played against it once and was pretty impressed by it. And so I was really excited when they said, yeah, and you can proxy your card if you want. So I think myself and one other individual brought proxies of Avatars of Earth, and then that was, everyone else had original cards. So I think 3 people played Avatar of Earth, 2 people played Dragon Lord, a couple Ironclads, 1 Battle Mage, and a Blade Dancer. So whatever the 6th one was, I don't think anyone played, so which is why I probably don't remember it. But again, yeah, I think there was 8 of us, 9 of us. I think there was 9 of us, and it was, gosh, just so much fun. I guess that's all I really have to say. But what a cool idea, right? Like, would you guys like to see events like this, either at your local game store, but maybe even at like an official event? I just thought it was such a creative idea. I thought it was, I don't know, I haven't seen anyone else do it. So let me know in the comments if you've heard of other events, maybe in Europe or wherever you're located, that have done things like this. I know there's also, I was talking to Bruce from Golden Eagle Cards, who helps run the Sorcerer Summit on Discord. It's a way that you can basically, it's like a matchmaking system, and they have leagues. There should be a season 3 coming up soon, which I'm excited to hopefully be able to participate in more, but definitely go check that out if you haven't. And he was talking about how they want to have kind of like spin-off, like casual competitions where they do 40-20, meaning 40 spells, 40 cards in your spellbook and 20 in your atlas, which is how the game was when it first came out, because there was only one set. There was only so many cards. The deck sizes were smaller. And then as Arthurian Legends came out, it went to 50-30. And then when Gothic came out, it permanently switched, at least as far as we know, to 60-30 and then 10 in the collection. So that's 100 cards in total. I hope it never changes, but we'll see as time goes on. You know, there might be other formats that come out, and this 40-20 alternative one being an idea. So I thought the timing was really cool. Having read this article from Eric's Curiosa where they're trying to promote, hey, we want to expand the circle of organized play. We've got the spirit of it. We want it to be, sure, we want competition in the competitive part to be a part of it. That will be in the Avatar of the Realm and at certain events. But we also want like creativity to be encouraged. We want players to feel wonder and then players are mastering their decks. I really like that. I'm really optimistic to see what those details, how they turn out. And so having read that article and then literally tabbing over maybe the day after and seeing, hey, we're doing an event where it's a limited avatar pool. Bring a deck of one of these avatars and you can proxy if you want. Let's have some fun. Like that to me was just like such a like, oh wow, like they're doing it. This is our local game store is definitely within this spirit of this approach that Eric's Curiosa seems to be wanting to take with organized play. So yeah, it was just so much fun, and I really don't have much to say other than that, honestly. I'm trying to think of what else I want to say about the event. I think I went 2-2. I think I played one match with Avatar Earth prior to the event, so I was making mistakes. One rules thing that I did not foresee, and just one I want to give you guys a heads up on, was that I equipped my Avatar of Earth with a key to the city, that basically says ignore sight abilities. So what the idea with that is you equip it with, your big guy or avatar, and then you can safely move around the realm without taking damage on a troll bridge or bottomless pit, things like that, which I guess wouldn't affect avatars, but you know what I mean. It allows you to move around safely around sites without taking any effects. The problem with it was I also cast a Mount Usar, which is a unique site that reads, when you reach death's door, as long as you meet the earth threshold that it requires, your avatar flees there and gains ward. So you put it in a strategic spot knowing that, okay, if I do get to door, I'll get to teleport to that location with a ward on it. The opponent also knows this. They'll probably set up a couple of Void Walk minions or something in case you land there. But you can see what the problem was I equipped my Avatar of Earth with Key to the City for no real good reason. I just had it in my hand. I had some free mana, and I'm like, yeah, and I'll equip him with the Key to the City. But then when Portland Stew got me to door, I was like, okay, so I'll teleport to Mount Usar and get warded. And he's like, well, actually, your avatar currently ignores sight abilities, so I don't think you do. And it's like, no! So I unfortunately crippled myself. And just keep your eyes out for that. If you're going to be using Key to the City, and then any sites that you want to actually benefit your avatar, just know that you might want to save that Key to the City for actually a minion that you have on the field instead, because that lost me a game. I would have lost anyways, but that didn't help, right? That was a really, really fun game, actually, thinking about it. Portland Stew had a Cloud City, and I had moved and attacked with a Sir Galahad, which is one of the knights from Arthurian Legends that reads, I'm trying to remember off the top of my head, but basically his strikes heal you, and then your nearby minions have protection from mostly evil stuff. It's not all evil. It's like, I think it's everything but monsters. It protects against, I think, spirits, demons, and oh gosh, what's the other one? So demons, monsters, and undead are evil, right? So Sir Galahad protects all nearby minions that are spirits, undead, and demons, not monsters. Okay, yeah, so it's basically like protection from evil, except spirits instead of monsters. Sorry, just remembering that in my head. But anyways, I was feeling pretty good. Like, okay, I'll move an attack on your Cloud City, and something I didn't think he would do was he was like, okay, now that you're on my Cloud City, I'm going to fly Cloud City over to the corner, and now he's stuck over there. So he was literally like on his own island site in the corner, which I had just never faced before. I guess in hindsight, it's kind of obvious, but so I'm that kind of player. I don't learn until I experience the mistake firsthand. I'm not really good at foreseeing problems or what could happen. It's like, let's just play and see what happens. So now I know, okay, key to the city in Mount Usar, got it. Don't look out for that. Cloud City, if you want, don't put your best guy. Well, but that's the thing too, is he did fly me to the corner, and if it was a stronger minion, it actually wouldn't be that bad of a thing, because now I have a minion on a site that's separated from the rest of the realm and can't really be targeted by his avatar. That gets to attack for free every single turn. Now he can cast a blocker to that site too. But it was just hilarious having a Sir Galahad in the corner, dealing 3, healing me 3 every turn, and we were just having a great time laughing about that. That sort of play didn't necessarily, result specifically for this Trials of Spring, the Mighty event. It could have happened, in any constructed event, but that sort of play mixed in with just all the different decks people were playing. Again, seeing Dragon Lord, I think most people were playing with the Bone Hellkite, whatever it's called, where, if you don't know, Dragon Lord can basically gain the abilities of a dragon that you predetermine at the start of the game. And the dragon that a lot of Dragon Lords are playing with right now, it's called the Bone Hellkite or Hell Bone Kite, something to that effect, where it says tap, deal 3 damage to a nearby site, to all units at a nearby site, and if any units die as a result, you create a skeleton token. It's just super powerful, and it can be used as a kill spell, so they get you to door and then just kind of fly themselves toward you with their flying sights and their Wuthering Heights and their River Rapids or whatever, and then I tap and deal 3 to you. Like, okay, and so really, really powerful. But again, so that was that event, and the one that's happening next week is called the Mystic, I believe, and I'll try to remember all of the avatars off the top of my head, but it is Avatar of Water, which I don't expect anyone to play. I guess we'll see. One of the weaker avatars from the Alpha Precons. Cool artwork, though. But the Avatar of Water, the Seer, the Elementalist, oh boy, now I'm forgetting the other ones off the top of the Animist. There's 2 more that I am brain farting on, so I do apologize. But if you're really curious, you can look up the event yourself. I may even put it in the description below of this episode. But I'm choosing to play as the Elementalist, and I'll let anyone know who is going to that event. I'm coming packing the heat. This first one with Avatar of Earth, I showed up ready to have some fun. I had the Portland Game Store, they actually have some beers on tap. So I was like, after my first match and I lost, I'm like, I'll get a beer. So, I was there to have a beer, have a bunch of laughs, went 2-2, didn't really win anything, just had a great time, but wasn't really coming there trying to win. This next event, I want to get that Grand Meowster just to check it off, so that all the other trial events that are coming up in the coming months, I'll show up and be a little bit more casual again. I'm going to try to win this one. So I'm warning you guys, if you guys are going to the Mystic Trials of Spring, I'm packing some heat. It's going to be good. So I'll just say I'm running the Elementalist deck, and I found a really good deck online that looked really, really fun. I made a couple of tweaks to it, and I'll share those tweaks after the event is over. I guess I feel bad not revealing them now. It feels like I'm being a little too competitive, but I think it'll be fun. We'll recap after the event how it went, and I'll share the deck that I played with. Yeah, I'll also include my Avatar of Earth deck below to show you guys what I played with, and then I'll include my Elementalist deck in a future episode where we recap. I think that'll be a lot of fun. But what do you guys think? I just want to hear your guys' thoughts on that kind of idea. If you guys have done events that are similar to that, or are interested, or maybe this will encourage you guys to go, hey, maybe we should do the same thing. Let me know, because I just had nothing but a good reaction to it myself. I think all the other players had a great time too. If you see our photo that I posted of just all the players, we're all holding our avatars. Everyone's got a big grin on their face. I think we all had a great time. We did some trades afterwards, and it's just good old Sorcery, man. So I really am excited to see what is in store for 2026 and moving ahead with Eric's Curioso organized play. And I hope that this kind of event sees its way into, at least as a once-off, like let's try it. Hey, at this event, we're gonna try this with a limited avatar pool or a different deck size or maybe a different ban listing. Not that I wanna see bans, I'm not a big proponent for bans, but I'll rephrase. I'm not a big proponent for bans. We could save this for another episode, but I don't like the idea of permanently banning a card from all formats because then it loses its value, right? Ring of Morrigan gets banned, and that card you just spent $200 on is worth nothing. That feels horrible as a collector, you know? But if an event says, hey guys, we're just gonna not have Ring of Morrigan and we're also not gonna have X card because it's expensive and it kind of warps the meta, so we're just gonna play this event without those two cards. That I'm totally on board for, because you don't lose the value of your card, you just can't play with it in that said event, right? I think it's more than fair, I think it's totally fine. And again, mixing up the meta a bit is just so fun. Because I like to play the game casually competitive as opposed to like cutthroat competitive, unless, you know, this Avatar of the Realm event, don't get me wrong, if it's looking good and it's maybe an event that I think I can go to, just logistically I can afford to go to it, I'll be bringing my A game, don't get me wrong. I won't expect to win, I don't expect to be first place, but I'm gunning for top 16 at least, right? You know, don't get me wrong. But yeah, I just think the spirit of these kinds of events of like, hey, we're adding a slight twist, so whatever you thought you knew about the meta is now shaken up and gone, so just bring a deck that you want to play with that's fun, and let's have a good time. I loved that. I personally, I think that hit just a real sweet spot for me, and if there are others out there who feel the same way, I'd love to hear your thoughts, and would like to see that make its way into sanctioned play in Eric's Curioso. I think I'm repeating myself at this point, so I'll probably go ahead and wrap this one up. Thank you guys so much for listening. If you enjoyed, please like and comment and consider subscribing. These aren't my main videos that I do on the channel. They're kind of supplementary. I like to do event recap videos, but those videos take some time. So I upload these kind of in between that downtime just because I still have things I want to talk about in regards to Sorcery. And if you guys enjoy listening to someone ramble about Sorcery on your ride to work, or maybe you're at work, or maybe you're just chilling out, thank you so much. I look forward to uploading some more SorceryCon content, so please look forward to those uploads. Thank you so much for listening. I will see you in the next one. Thank you. Take care. Bye-bye.